Hey guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. Today we were going to take a look at PYR, which is Vulcan Forged. We'll do some price analysis and identify a few key levels, some areas where we could potentially look at placing some bids or some orders, and then we'll have a look at some levels where we could sell, or even if you're just looking to accumulate some levels there, we could sell a proportion of his bag in order to buy back in. So Vulcan Forge, it has had quite a severe pullback, but if you look at majority of the GameFi assets that launched last year, you're seeing between 70 and 95% pullbacks, and some of these assets that have actually dropped up to 95% are already returning some gains already. So I won't worry about it. It's a new part of crypto. As crypto is evolving, we're getting all these sub-industries within crypto, and GameFi is that new one that is starting to emerge where people are starting to get excited because the cross-pollination between cryptocurrency and gaming, I think it's an untappable source, and I just think there's so much going on. It's just going to grow and grow and grow, and things are going to start to really progress. I think this year leading on to next year, I think we're really going to start seeing some growth, especially in some games that people actually want to play. Vulcan Forge is one of those. So we have had that drop, nothing to worry about. We are starting to push on from the lows down here. Let's call the lows there because we did get that retracement. Already, we have pushed up 141%, and it is looking quite unstoppable at the minute. I just want to look at my weekly time frame. We're not going to get too much data here, but I just want to see if we've got any levels that we could mark up as resistance. Usually I'm looking for wicks to wicks, and we usually, for me, look for sheer accuracy. I mean, you could say there's one close to there. If you look at that, we saw multiple taps of support, and then it was a resistance level, and that's what we actually broke through, and that was down at $16. Broke through at today. We broke through at, so it might have been yesterday. Let's look at my daily. Yeah, we broke through at yesterday, and things are looking good. So that could be an area where we could play some bids, and let's have a look at the entire move in terms of a Fibonacci. So we'll go from the bottom of the move there to the top. If we do get a pullback, then I would consider buys from here, potentially starting at 1688 because it is that level of support now. We've broken through. It was major resistance back here, as you can see. Not quite on there, but you get my drift. Level of resistance, major support region around there. So it does show that's a clear confluent area, and that's an area personally where I would start to place some bids. I think also this 382 level is always an area which I would consider buying at $15, and then we have got $12.36. Personally, I don't see it coming back down to that region. The market has now started to show its cards, and we are starting to push on. Bitcoin itself, let's just have a quick look at Bitcoin. We are at 46,500. Managing to stay above the support level at 45,700. I think if we do stay above here, I think potentially might be a slow week, but moving into next week, I think we're going to really start to push on. I know we've got a few US interest rate announcements coming out, which probably people think it's going to dump the price, but I think we're going to start to push on, to be honest, fairly soon. So with Bitcoin, hopefully if we manage to stay above it, the rest of the market will follow it. I've lost PYR now, there it is, 1877. So that's a region which I would consider for buys, and if you are looking for buys, and let's say 16, well, let's call that $17, all the way down to 12.36. First levels, without we need to look at taking profit. What we can do is we can use these extensions on the fib. If you've not used extensions before, I put these ones in manually, the negative 0.27 and negative 6.8. It gives you those levels above rather than looking for the ones below. So I always found that they are the most confluent areas for taking profit. You can see that also around here. If we just put a bit of a box on, you can see that it's a clear area of resistance. If you take it all the way through, I think that could be a decent profit area because around here it was a major area of resistance. Support wicks, and then it was resistance again. So yeah, that's an area personally I think should be an area where you could take profit up at around 22.54. I think if you're looking for any type of trading as well, we could go back to this level here and potentially look at opening some longs if we do spin around from here. So a potential long opportunity could be a buy-in here at 16.88. Probably a tight stop loss, maybe down just, we'll do a 5% stop loss at around 15.89. I mean, you could target this region here. So that's around 32% rise, which is a risk reward ratio of 5.67, which is not too bad. Depending on what the market does, though, you could even lower our estimate down there, and we could even get a potential bigger swing up to that upside target of 50% risk reward at 7.67. So up to you. Depends what the market does. If Bitcoin has a shakeout, we're probably going to get entries at this lower target at 1507. But you could also, again, ladder some leverage orders in within that area. So that's an area I'm looking to potentially open a trade if the market does pull back. I mean, that's definitely the area I will be TPing. I think a potential 50% move with zero leverage is quite appealing. If you're just chucking maybe 2 to 3x on that, then could be some definite way to make some good profit. So that's potential trade, some areas to buy, some areas to sell. Let's just have a look at a couple of the factors. I use the EMAs, the 20 and the 50. As you can see, we have formed that bullish EMA cross now, which for me gives me that fuzzy feeling that the price action is going to be in an upwards momentum now, because these bullish and bearish crosses over time do give you that longer term perspective of which way the price is going to go. I mean, we had a bearish cross in December. Most assets did around November, December of last year. And then ever since then it's been down. We've been retested and moving averages a few times, but now we're pushing up. So that's just something to keep your eyes on that. I'm expecting now some nice sustained growth. Obviously, we're going to get pullbacks on the way up. That's what happens. If you look here, on that way up, we had loads of pullbacks, and we're actually hugging that EMA 20 all the way up, coming back and retesting it. So we will be doing that at some stage. On this way up, we'll probably pull back, maybe, I don't know, here. We might pull back here. We are going to get those pullbacks, and if you're one of these people who's sidelined thinking, right, when can I get in? Maybe wait for a retest of those moving averages, because if we retested it from up here, you're going to get down towards that $13 region, which could come down towards a 618. So just be wary, even though the price is pushing up at a minute, we could get a little bit of sell-off at some stage. And that, I mean, if you look at the RSI, it's into that overbought territory now. Still got plenty of room to grow. We're at 80%. Remember, it goes all the way to 100. Every time you do get into this area, you do get a bit of a sell-off. And if you look here, one was out, we had a sell-off. If you look here, which was right at that top of that move, up there, we did get a sell-off. So just be wary that we are now into that period here where the price could dump. Obviously, we may push up to this level here at the first TP at 22.54, but it will pull back at some stage. Well, you'd like to think so. I think Zilliqa, I was saying that other day, and Zilliqa just kept mooning through levels of resistance. But you get the pitch. Usually with a massively overbought RSI, you tend to get those pullbacks on the way up. So in terms of price analysis, that's it for today. I've mentioned levels to buy, levels to sell. You can use those selling levels as accumulation points and potential long trade there if you are looking for it. But just be wary what Bitcoin does. Keep your eyes on the general scheme of things, and hopefully we can make some good money. So that's going to do it for today. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button. I'll catch you next time.